Since my last video on American battery metals on the 12th of August, the stock has fell over 25%. I've been inundated with messages, people are worried, what's going on? And I told you guys, I told you in the last video about the charts, I told you when they'd be topping up. We're gonna go over it again, hopefully reassure a few people. Let's get into it, guys. Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not. Welcome back everyone, Damien here at Buy Wholesale. Been covering American battery metals for a long time on this channel, almost a year, can you believe it? It's crazy. I love this stock, still very bullish, still love it. Plenty of good things coming, but expectations need managed here. So hopefully this video will show the positives, a bit of the negatives with it, and hopefully give it a nice clear picture for you. If you do like these types of videos and are interested in ABML, drop your comments down below, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, guys. I will do what I can for you. If you want in particular certain things covered by ABML, let me know. I'm doing that for other stock videos now and it seems to be going well. So if anybody wants a particular thing talked about in a bit more depth, let me know. Firstly, let's start with some of the bad, okay? Seeking Alpha, American Battery Metals Corporation, too much uncertainty in the attractive lithium recycling industry, okay? So this came out on about 6 days ago on August the 20th. So here's the key bits of this report then, guys. To construct its first plant at the site near Fernley, Nevada, the recycling plant is yet to break ground. It should take a couple of months, probably around half a year, based on projections from last year. I am a quantity surveyor, full-time quantity surveyor, and I know all about construction stages and all this kind of thing the whole way through, and we will get into that as the site starts to develop, and we'll feed into that. But I've talked about my expectations on that in that video. It's worth checking out. I'll share the link here and you can go in and check that. There was a study done that suggests the global level of battery recycling is much higher than estimated, but all the same, the project will be operating at a meaningful level. ABTC is all but guaranteed to have unspent batteries from the nearby Tesla Gigafactory coming in, which should help support the pilot plant. We'll get into that in a moment. Though 20 to 100,000 metric tons may seem like a lot of recycled battery, it doesn't necessarily translate into a lot of revenue, especially at current prices. At current prices levels, the company can expect to bring in a revenue around 16 million at 20,000 tons a year initially, $80 million per year at 100,000 tons. Given the future demand increase and projected supply chain, as well as the likelihood that ABTC's extraction process will prove more efficient than current methods, we can expect the price of lithium and other battery components to rise. All the same, there isn't much hope for the company to be significantly profitable. It has a net position on its balance sheet of 6.9 million in cash and 0.3 million in debt, not counting the 15 million gain from a share issuance, which will likely be expended in the building of their plant. We can expect further share issuance or a rise in debt load. However, given the company's interest in the Nasdaq, I think additional shares are more likely, and we will get into that later. The company's projected price to revenue of 52 times suggests the company is fairly richly valued. The company is also at significantly premium to its book value. Though the long-term future in the lithium-ion battery recycling industry is promising, the company is expensive and has yet to prove its process, which suggests that investors may want to wait for either a sell-off or a clear sign of the company's scalability before investing. And I would agree with that sort of conclusion. It is highly priced. It is, at this stage, all smoke and mirrors. However, with Jeff Bezos was working in a back office back in 1999, and he said he was going to have one of the biggest companies and upscale Amazon, which pretty much just did books. People laughed and said it's not possible. People didn't invest because they needed to see more. Amazon, well, speak no more. Tesla, when Elon Musk said they were going to be the leader in car EV place, people laughed. When Elon Musk said he was going to send people to space, but instead of blowing up the rocket, he was actually going to return that rocket, people laughed and said, crazy, he did that. And now he's talking about robots. The point of this, guys, is yes, Amazon and Tesla are not ABTC, and I'm not saying that they're going to be anywhere near, but what I'm trying to say is people always think that it's impossible until the impossible becomes possible, and that's just the way that it is, okay? So you've got to have a bit of blind faith. So now we're going to watch snippets of the Doug interview, guys. This was a long enough video. I've snipped it down to the key bits, and I'm sort of going to do a bit of a commentary while it goes along. I've never tried this kind of thing before. If it is of interest and you think it's more easier to watch than me just rambling on, let me know in the comments. I can maybe try and do these kind of things going forward.
Hearing this for the first time, these guys not only are part of the lithium food chain that feeds into any of these Tesla, GM, Fords, anybody who's making a lithium battery, but also in the recycling biz. And that's the really exciting part of what American Battery Tech is all
Yeah,
about.
recycling is the biggest mine in the world. And it's already out there, so that's where we should get all these minerals from.
Yeah.
And that's how the U.S. government is actually going to be able to play in this business going forward. Because I think you heard earlier, only 1% of all lithium in the United States comes from the United States. That's used in the United States. It comes from the United States. Everything else comes from foreign countries.
Right.
And we've got to stop that.
That bipartisan agreement for $580 billion additional. That's on top of the 500 plus billion that they already had and hadn't spent yet from the COVID. This seems like focus for green energy is going to be a big part of Biden's plan going forward.
And a big points it right at us.
And this is part of Biden's plan as well. Buy American. He's talking about buy America, buy American from an American company. And
Goes into the defense budget. It says they have to buy these materials from a U.S. company and a green one, environmentally friendly one. That points them to our zip code. But the other side, we have the stuff in the ground. We just won an award from the Department of Energy with DuPont, where we're going to be extracting lithium out of clay deposits in an environmentally friendly green way. What that does, and people don't get it yet, it makes mining green. Mining valuations are really low because of what they're like. But if they were a green company and they were actually doing stuff right, their valuations would be much better.
I've been saying in all my ABML videos, the reason why I picked them over perhaps other competitors was not only because of the lithium play, but the fact that they're doing recycling. And I love the fact that they are American. I've made a real point of that. I think in one of my videos, I even had Bruce Springsteen, he didn't feature, it was just a snippet of one of his music videos, born in the USA. But the idea is, guys, I just seen American battery metal technology, Biden's plans. It just makes complete sense to me that they will get a big part of the infrastructure bill. So it's not surprising that Doug is talking about this here. With only 1% in America currently, that's crazy. This is going to be one of the biggest. This is going to be just as valuable as oil one day, guys. Trust me, it really will. Lithium is going to be huge. And within that, America's going to want to have their hold of it, no doubt about it. They want to be one of the big players, and the only way they're going to do it, because they don't naturally really have that resource within the States, they're going to have to recycle. So it really does open up a huge door for ABTC.
but if you're recycling lithium, that's going to change it completely.
Comes in the U.S.
Yep, because, that little guy right down the road from where American Battery Tech is,
Elon
happens
Musk.
to be Elon Musk.
I think I was talking about it even before Doug was talking about it, all right? I've always said it, right beside Tesla's factory, recycling batteries. Why the hell, ones that have been traded in ones, recycled ones, it just makes sense for them to go, here, don't want to sort these batteries out and do a partnership. Now, there is nothing concrete there. If that ever gets announced, trust me, this will go. And that's exciting, guys. But that's only a dream, so you need to know your risks. Don't be investing in ABTC on that, because that is only a pipe dream at this stage. But guys, hearing him talk about it has really got me excited.
I didn't tell you this, but we bought 14 acres, 13.8 acres right next to Tesla, right at their guard gate, just for storage. So we just did that. We completed that a couple of weeks ago.
Talked all about Fernley in the previous videos, guys. Again, go in, check them out. I'll not talk any more about it. But it's nice. It's exciting to see him talk about that. The whole storage at the gate of Tesla, all that. That is great to hear. Very good progress. I like to actually see it work on the ground. It's good to have all the permits, and I appreciate that it takes a long time. But it would be nice to start seeing a bit of progress, and I would expect that definitely within the upcoming months.
A full uplist on the NASDAQ.
Exciting
Hasn't
times.
happened yet,
Yep.
but here we are, beginning of August, and it's getting closer every day.
Every day it gets closer. We just need to do a couple more things, but we're just waiting to do the timing the right way.
Whenever
The NASDAQ, we've talked about, guys, again, we know all about it. Ticker symbol will change from ABML to ABTC. Hopefully soon that'll happen.
I own it, I know a lot of my friends and relatives own it, because they believe in exactly what you've been talking about.
Loved hearing from Doug there, really excited about that. Your man's ponytail though, someone needs to tell him to shave that off, but here. So that's the video for today, guys. There's actually another sort of 6 minutes left, but rather than dilute it, I've tried my best to keep it concise, and I will put the other bit of the video out tomorrow, which will look into the share price. We'll look at to see why it's fell down to over 25%. We'll see what Simply Wall Street's doing. We'll see about insider share trades, all of that good stuff. Plus, we've got an update from my friend Larry, who's been in contact with ABTC about how to purchase the shares in the UK. All of that good stuff's going to come tomorrow, guys. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day. Please like, subscribe, hit the alert button. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.